session. So since after we discussing about the client copies, client administration, client copies, client administration. So in the client administration, sometimes we may get the situation to perform the client copy, either within the system or the between the systems or the export import rare cases. Export import rare cases sometimes we won't get actually. So even in I have 10 years of experience. In 10 years of experience, I never done the client export import till now. In the real, normally we won't get that type of request. Only remote client copy or local we may get. Only 1 or 2 cases I did it in the long back, but but in the real customers. Okay, I'm talking about the real customers. So it's a rare concept that. So now today, after the client administration is completed, so we have the one wonderful topic that is called the transport management system, right? Transport management system. Transport management system, that is called the TSTMS, SAP Transport Management System. SAP Transport Management System. That is the one good topic here. Normally, every day we may have to move the multiple transport requests to the everyday multiple transport requests to the so respective quality development, some other production systems. We may have to move it from development to quality, from quality to production. We may have to move it. This is our regular work, day-to-day regular work here. Day starts with the your transports only. So even I have to import it, you have to import it. Every person has to do the transport import procedures, right? So what is mean by transport import means moving the development objects, moving the development data from one system to another system. So suppose example, you are doing the development act. Normally in our landscape, we have the 3 systems. Suppose example, minimum 3 systems. So development system, so quality system and production systems. So we have the 3 systems in the landscape, right? So development. So for all the development activities, we will keep one system as common development. So quality testing related activities, we will use the quality here. So production, we will make it the production system is separate here. Why? Because in the production system, all the business users, they will connect to the production system. All the business users, they will connect to the production system. They will do the transactions in the production system, not in the development system, not in the quality systems. Why? Because these quality developments are under our control. Why? Because so if you are moving any changes to the production system, suppose in the production means live business shall happen here, not in the development and quality systems. Then why we need development and quality systems? Are only production is happening in the production system, right? All the business scenarios, everything will happen, business systems and everything in the production. Then why we need development and quality? So suppose tomorrow in the production you have some go lives, some projects, suppose like some tabs, some code, some corrections. In that case, code corrections, some bugs are there. In that case, so if you may have to transport the data. You may have to transport the data. So where we will develop it here? Same in the development system, same in the production you will develop, same in the here you will do the testing. Then same same will be in the production means something while developing something wrong, your production business impact, this production business will be impacted. So that is the reason. So any customer, any small customer also, they will not merge all the activities into the your production system. They will not do anything in the production. First, they will develop in the your development system. So here something is down or something is not working. So nothing will impact your business. Is why? Because it's the development system. So no impact. So then development to quality, we will move it. We means as a basis consultant, we will move the data to here. So that here the testing team, they will do the testing whether your changes we are successfully developed, is working or not before going to the production, is working or not, is there any impact in the current system or not, they will do the testing here. Once the testing is successful, then only the data, the code correction, the bug fix will move to the your production system, will move to the your production system here. So why? Because here you are testing multiple times, we are testing here. So it is successful, then only it will move to the production. Why? Because production already business users, they will log in, they will do the transactions, right? So if you without testing, proper testing, if you move the changes to the production, if the test is failed here, then that failed test script will impact the some other business functionalities as well. So to avoid this type of issues, we may have to properly test in the quality system, then move to the production here. We have to move to the production system. We have to move to the production. Then here it is successful means definitely here also will be successful. There is no impact on the production. So that's the reason before going to the any change, any activity, any development, we have to develop in the development system. We have to test it here. We have to move to the production. That's why in any small landscape also you have the three systems in the landscape: development, quality, and production systems here. So to perform these changes, to achieve this configuration, development to quality, quality to production, so first of all we have to perform the TMS configuration. First of all, we have to perform the TMS configuration. So why? Because development, they will develop it. Once they release it, the request will go to the quality. Then quality, we will import it, the request will go to the production. How the system knows, how the system knows this is the development, this is the quality, this is the production, how the system knows here. So while performing the TMS configuration, we have to provide all the details. We have to provide all the details in the system here. So this way, the system knows all this concept and everything here. All right. So to achieve this TMS configuration here, the first of all, in the three system landscape here, so first of all, we should decide which one is the domain controller. First of all, we have to define the domain controller. Domain controller, we have to define it here. Domain controller. So what is mean by domain controller? So domain controller is the controller which will control the systems within the landscape. So out of these three systems, one system as the controller. Normally, if you normally you have suppose if you take any business, any office, they have the three branches, right? 3 or 4 or 5 branches. Out of those 3, 5 or 4 business branches, one branch is the main branch. They will assume one branch as main branch, so that main branch will control all the sub branches, right? That main branch will control all the sub branches here. The main branch will control all the sub branches and etc. So that is the reason out of these three systems, one system we have to make it as the domain controller, so that this domain controller system will control the remaining 2 systems. This domain controller systems will control the remaining 2 systems in the landscape. Remaining 2 systems in the landscape. So that is the reason out of these 3, one system should be in the domain controller. To perform the domain controller, so what activities we have to see? First, either we can choose either development or quality or production. Any one system we can choose as a domain controller. Domain controller. To perform this domain controller configuration, you need to log into the 000 client. So any user, DDIC or SAP star user 000, then you can use the STMS transaction code, then provide the domain underscore SID, then save it. then save it. So then which SID you are giving here, that system is the domain controller system. Very simple. Out of these three, one system you should act as a domain controller. You have to make it as a domain controller. In that case, so from which system you are making, suppose development, then you need to log into the development system with 000 client, either DDAC user, STMS, domain underscore development. Like that you have to give it. Suppose you are giving the production as a domain controller, then same concept here, same develop domain underscore production you have to give it here. Production domain underscore PRD you have to give it here. Domain underscore PRD you have to give the systems here. Okay, this way. So you have to make the three systems out of three, one system as the domain controller. Okay, so to perform this configuration, we need to log into the system here. Okay, so we have the two systems are there here, development and production systems. Okay, development and production systems we have. So log into the development system here or production system here. Which system you want to configure, then so that system as the domain controller system. Then log into the 000, then DDIC or any password you can use it here. User IDs are locked. All users are locked. Any user in the 000 client? Anyone? Think no. Okay, what I will do, I will reset. But because we have to log into the 000 client only. So we have to log into the 000 client only as per the configuration. We have to log into the 000 and provide the configurations here. In this case, I'm just resetting the password of the, so your all the users. So new query. Select bname from ECD dot USR02. So these are the users are there here, but we need where mandt equals to 000 client. So in the 000 client, we have Ambika user is there, CSR, SAP star, DDIC. So Ambika user is there, but I don't know the password of the Ambika user. CSR also I don't know. Okay, let me reset the password here. Means unlock. We can unlock it from the DB level also. Why? Because we don't have any user. We can unlock it. So there is a query update CP star unlock. There is a one unlock the unlock SAP star user. this one. Here small changes ECD dot. But because all users will be saved into this one. So where mandate equals to this one. Could not find ESR02. Update ESR02. Set U flag is equal to 0. Where mandate is equal to 000. 000 means 000 client. Where B name equal to SAP star. Mandate B name. Valid column name MANDT. MANDT. B name. Yes, one row affected. So which means it's working. So as like DDIC. Yes, it's affected. So I have unlocked this one. Now I can log into the 000 DDIC, but password, let me type here. Yes, it is working 000. Right now we are able to log in. So what I have done it here, all users are locked in the 000 client. So all users are locked. So what I have done it here, I reset I just I make it U flag is equal to 0. U flag means so lock equals to 0. Lock equals to 0 means unlock. So in the 000 client users I unlocked it, then I am able to log into the system now, right? So in final situation, worst case situation, if the all users are locked out, then we can use this SAP star pass, this one we can use it to unlock the database level. We can use the queries to unlock the users. Okay, that is one we can do it here. So now you have done it, right? ECD 000 you have unlocked it here. So to perform the domain controller configuration, in our case ECD as our domain controller. So then log into the ECD with the 000 client, DDIC or SAP star. STMS is the transaction code here. STMS here. Then here we need to, first of all, already configuration is there. I am deleting the configuration here. So then when you go to the STMS here it will give the response like, please provide the transport domain configuration. Then domain underscore SID. Domain underscore SID, you have to choose it here, domain underscore SID. Then click on the save button, right? So which system? So domain underscore SID. So then domain underscore ECD. Why? Because ECD is our domain controller. So this as part of the TMS configurations, first of all, to import that request data from one system to another system, configuration we have to perform it, right? Without configuration, how can we move the data from one city to another city, right? You cannot move it. So first of all, configuration. As part of this configuration, the first step is called the domain controller configuration. So domain controller configuration here. So domain controller configuration means, first of all, so domain controller, to control the systems within the landscape, we need a domain controller. To perform this configuration, first we need to log into the 000 client, DDIC, STMS is the transaction code, then provide the domain underscore ECD, here. Then click on the save button. While performing this configuration, one TMS ADM user will be created. While performing this configuration here, so this is the very important. While doing the TMS configuration, what are the things will be created automatically? So one user, TMS ADM user will be created. So two RFC destinations will be created. The destination starts with the TMS starts. One job will be created. RDD, IMP, DP job will be created. These three will be created when you are performing the TMS configuration. When you are performing the TMS configuration, so one destination, one user, right? Then set the password for user. Right? One user is created now. Right? So then TMS domain control configuration is done now. So STMS. So here, if we go to the SM59, here you see the two RFC destinations, TMS ADM and TMS ADM. Two RFC destinations are created. TMS ADM, TMS SCP, two RFC destinations are created. This is the different system. You can ignore it. TMS ADM ECD, ECD. Then two destinations are done now. So now TMS domain controller configuration is done. Domain controller configuration is done. And the second step here, how to add the systems into the domain controller. So you have main branch you created. Then how to add sub branches into the main branch. Then here, if SAP level, how to add other systems into so domain controller. How to add other systems into the domain controller. As part of the TMS configuration, first domain controller we have to create it. Then we have to add the other systems into the domain controller. Out of these three branches, suppose the example, we have the business in the Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Pune, right? Is three out of these three, you have the branches, three branches are there. But in this out of three, one branch has the main branch, right? Without running the business, main branch will be a difficult. So first one branch has the main branch, remaining two branches will sub branches. The sub branches will perform based upon the main branch instructions, right? Same as like here, we have to make sub domain controller means main branch we have to build it. Then sub branch means we have to add the other systems into the domain controller. In that case, just to go to the other systems, same 000, then STMS, so then domain underscore SID. SID means your ECD. Why? Because you are adding your production or quality systems into the domain controller, means ECD. Then same ECD you have to give it, then save it here. So this is the configuration. Now log into the your production system. So 000 client, user, any one of the user, STMS, right? So first of all, delete the configuration already existing is there. Just delete the configuration. Then STMS. Then it will ask the domain controller name, domain underscore ECD. We provide the ECD details. Why? Because we are adding our ECP into your main branch system, means your development system. Then provide the domain underscore ECD, then save it. Then here also it is creating the one user. Then done. So system is waiting to be included, which means you have added the system, but you have to log into the domain controller system, means ECD system, domain controller system, go to the STMS, then list the systems here, system overview, then you will see the ECP system also here, but this system is waiting to be included, means waiting for the approval. In this case, go to the SAP system, click on the approve button, so that your ECP will be added to the your domain system, means ECD system. ECP is added to the ECD system here. That is what we are doing now here. So done. It is added. It is added means it is active here, which means here ECP, ECD, you have added ECD is the development and domain controller system here. See here, two RFC destinations are created. One more destination is created with the ECP and ECP, TMS ADM and TMS SCP. The RFC destinations are created. One user is created. One background job in SM37 also will be created automatically here. It will automatically it will create it here. That is called the RDD IMPDP system here. So RDD IMPDP here. So that's why we have to configure this one. So as part of the TMS configuration, first to domain controller configuration we have to perform. Then we have to add the other systems into the domain controller. How to means here. Then once you added, then log into the domain controller system, select the systems, then approve it. Select all the systems, approve it, approve. So then this system will come and will add it to the your domain controller system. So that system will be added to the your domain controller system here. So this is the way we have to perform the configuration here. So then once the domain controller configuration, once you added the systems here, then the next step is for the how to create the transport routes, then transport layers. So these two are pending topics here, transport routes and transport layers here. As part of the TMS configuration, so here 4 steps we have to perform. One is the DC, domain controller creation, then adding the systems into domain controller. Then the third one is called the transport routes. The fourth one is called the transport layers. So TMS configuration means you need to perform these 4 steps you have to perform. So first 2 steps are done. Now step number 3 and step number 4 we have to perform. So before performing, are you guys are clear now? Till now what we performed? Shall I pause it here?
Yes, sir.
For you to practice, or shall I explain about the transport routes and layers configuration?
The transportation layers also it's including TMS only, TMS.
Right. Both are in the after this one. Routes and layers we have to perform.
Okay, sir. Finish it that one, sir. So that it will be finished everything.
Okay. So because some people they may confuse. That's why I explained these 2 steps. Remaining going to the 3 and 4, just asking for your confirmation. Okay. So let me explain a transport routes here. So transport routes. Route means lane, road. Route means road. In our language, in our outside of the language, in the layman language, transport route. Route means road. Road means why we need road? Transport road to transport from one place to another place to another place. So we need the transport road, right? Road is required. Suppose I'm in the Hyderabad location. So I want to go to the Vijayawada. Then in between I have to go to the Kodad. From Kodad to here in the national highway I have to go, right? Suppose example in SAP language. So you have a development system. Then you have to move to the quality one development object. You have to move to the quality production system. Then development to quality. Here the changes will be done here. Then quality to production. The data will be moved to the production system here. The data will be moved to the production system here. The data will be moved to the production system here. So in this case, so routes we have to create it here. So first of all, adding the systems, you have done it, fine. So then transport routes, you have to provide it here. So there are the 2 types of transport routes are there in SAP. 2 types of transport routes are there. 2 types of transport routes are there here. One is the consolidation route. The third one is called the second one is called the delivery route, consolidation and delivery route here. So consolidation means the route between development to quality is called the consolidation route. The route between quality and production is called the delivery route. The delivery route here, right? Consolidation route and delivery route here. There are the two types of routes are there in the systems here. Two types of routes are there in the systems here. So route means lanes in our layman language. So Hyderabad to Kodat, in between the road is called the consolidation road. Then Kodat to Vijayawada, the road is called the delivery route. Why? Because finally you are giving the delivery to here. So you are starting the development here. In between the testing will happen here. So development to consolidation, then quality to production is called the delivery route here. So they are the two types of roads are there here. Then each road, there is a lanes, right? When you are, maybe suppose if you are traveling, maybe if you observe cleanly in any national highway, you see the lanes, right? Maybe 3 lanes, 4 lanes are available, sometimes 6 lanes also. When you are going to the in a national Vijayawada road, so there is a 4 lines, 3 lines are there, right? So sometimes six lanes also if you are going to the Bangalore from Hyderabad sometimes, right? 6 lanes. So lanes means here the transport layers. The fourth concept is called the transport layers here. Layers means lanes in our language. Lane means when you are going to the when you are going to the one place, each road there is a lane, right? So 2 lanes or 3 lanes are there here. So lanes means here small vehicles, as per the road rules, small vehicles will go the left side lane. They will use the left side. So heavy vehicles they will go for the in middle, I think, right? In the middle lane they will go to the middle. Then cross high vehicles. So who are crossing that vehicle, they will go to the right side lane. There the road transport conditions are there. We will use those conditions as per the our transport duties, right? So same as like here also, there the two types of roads are there. Development to quality is called the consolidation route and delivery route here. So transport layers means lanes here. So when your object is moving from development to quality here, if that object is developed by our development team, that lane is called the ZSID layer. And if it's the SAP standard objects, that will go through this layer. So one is the SAP layer, second one is the ZSID layer. So ZSID layer means through this lane, SAP customization objects will go from development to quality, one lane here. So SAP standard objects will go via this lane. So if you go to the STMS 000 here, if you go to the STMS, here, right? So there is see here, there is a transport routes here. So there is a snap errors. So snap error means, so we have one table is full, snap table is full here. That is the reason. So we have this error. So which means, so we have let me check, are there any standard jobs are running in the system or not? There is some standard jobs which will do some cleanup activity. So in the system, so we are getting the snap errors we are getting. Snap error, no entry, which means, so there is one error. Table snap probably contains a large volume of data. So snap is the one of the table where all the errors will be located here. Errors will be located. All the dumps will be stored here. In this case, go to the SM36. standard jobs. There are some standard jobs here, which will do the some cleanup activity here. So normally we discussed about the customization jobs here. Here there are no standard jobs here, right? So now just to going to the SM36, the snap table is full here. So that is the reason we are getting this error. There is a one standard job. So there is a one table SC16 SNAP snap table that is responsible for clearing the all this reorganize execute start dumps 00 to delete it. Where is it? Yes. T22. Oh, okay. Here, the thing is here, there is no space here. In the system, there is no space. That is the reason we have this issue. Got it. But let me check how we got this space issues. Yes, I have cleared the some space. So we got the 20 GB free space. So now let's go to the your configurations. Let's see. See now. So if you don't have space, so what type of issues we may get? Now you got one clarity, right? So nothing, SAP will not commit anything here. While you are doing anything, it will not commit anything here. So same situation, we got it now, right? Same situation, we got it now. So there is no space. We keep on working on the system. So, but nothing is there, no space is there. It's unable to commit anything here in the system, right? That is the one of the example you can take it now. So, right? So here, so let's see here. I'm trying to do the configurations here. So it's very slow. It's taking some time here. This is the production. So production we added into the in the TMS landscape. See here first. Initially it is taking time. It is taking time. Now we got the space. Whatever the committed entries are there, all entries will go and store the database now. So that's why it's very slow. Initially it is slow. Configurations and everything it is opening now. It's very slow. Let me check the work process here. Okay. You can see here we have the all are running status. All are running status here. So something is happening in the system. Something is happening in the systems here. So that is the reason. So it's taking some time. See, some tables are getting updated. These are the users. These are the clients are there. So system is busy now. System is busy doing the activities now. Also work process are very less here. But production is fine. The other, so many are configured here. Production is fine. So updates, many are there. But only, yeah, I think we got it now. Like ECD, we got it now. ECD, we got it here. So then we have to go to the configuration, standard configuration. We have only two systems. So that is the reason two systems in the landscape. ECD is our development system and ECP is our production system here. So that's why I have chosen the two systems in the landscape here. So right, so training landscape, two systems we got it here. So I have distributed the configuration here. So this is the transport routes and layer configuration here. Transport routes and layer configuration here. So now you see here, so configuration we have done it now, right? ECD to ECP transport configuration we have done it. While doing the transport configuration, there are the two layers, development to quality, quality to production. Then we have the layers, two types of layers are there. One is the SAP layer, second one is the ZSAD layer. ZECD, SAD means ECD, right? So from here, whatever the objects you develop, so the customization objects, the developers who will develop, the customization objects will go via this console, this route, Z_SAD. So standard objects will go via, so this layer, this lane. So basically both will go to the production system only. But so customization, where our development team develop, that will go via this lane, and standard objects will go via this lane here. So there are the two types of layers are there here. One is the SAP layer and second one is the ZSAD layer here. So these four are called the TMS configuration. TMS configuration here. These four are called the TMS configuration here. Through this one, we will move the transport request to the your respective development to quality, quality to production system. We will move the transports here. So that is the configuration we have performed here, right? So this is what the TMS configuration which you have to perform it here now today. So as part of the configuration, layers and routes, right? Routes and two types of layers and two types of routes are there. So these are the very important. Theoretically, they may ask you questions sometimes. How many types of transport routes, transport layers? What is meant by SAP layer? What is meant by delivery route? What is meant by consolidation route? So the route between development to quality is called the consolidation. The route between quality to production is called the delivery route here. There are the two types of layers are there here, SAP layer and ZSAD layer here. So ZSAD layer and SAP layer here. There are the two types of layers are there. So like this is the transport configurations here. Then once you done this configurations and everything here, then the next step is called the how to create the transport request. This is the one more scenario, how to create the transport request. Then how to import the transport request. First of all, what is transport request? These three will come tomorrow, but for now today you can just practice on the TMS configurations. So I am deleting all the configurations. So what you can do, so for deletion, just simple, go to the STMS, go to the, so delete the configurations. I'm deleting here so that you can perform the configurations. Okay, I have deleted the configuration. You can go ahead and extras, delete the configuration. You can perform the configurations. Okay, that is what we have to do it today. By tomorrow, TMS configuration should be present in the systems. Okay.